Happy Sunday. This is Eddie Parker, and I hope you guys had a great weekend so far. But right now, I'm about to dive in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 4 through 29. So let me share this with you, and I'm reading off the English Standard Version of the Bible. All right, if you got the King James Bible or the New International Version, please follow me. So let me start off. Well, by faith, Abel offered to God a more acceptable sacrifice than Cain, through which he was condemned as righteous, God commending him by accepting his gifts, and through his faith, though he died, he still speaks. Verse 5, by faith Enoch was taken up so he should not see death, and was not found because God had taken him. Now before he was taken, he was commended as having pleased God. Now verse 6, this one I footnoted. And without faith, it is impossible to please him. For whatever would draw near to God must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who seek him. By faith, Noah was warned by God concerning events as yet unseen. In reverent fear constructed an ark for saving of his household. By this he condemned the world and became an heir of the righteousness that comes by faith. By faith, Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to a place where he received an inheritance, and he went out not knowing where he was going. By faith, he went to live in the land of promise, in the foreign land, living in tents with Isaac and Jacob, heirs with him of the same promise. Verse 10, for he was looking forward to the city that has foundations, whose designer and builder is God. Verse 11, by faith Sarah herself received power to conceive, even she was past the age, all right, since she considered him faithful who had promised. Verse 12, therefore from one man, and him as good as dead, was born descendants as many as the stars of heaven, as many as the innumerable grains of sand by the seashore. These all died in faith, not having received the things promised, but having seen them and greeted them from afar. and having acknowledged that they were strangers. Jive turkeys. For people who speak thus make it clear that they are seeking a homeland. If they had been thinking of that land from which they have gone out, they would have the opportunity to return. But as it is, they desire a better country, that is, heavenly one. Therefore, is not ashamed to be called by their God, for he has prepared them a city. By faith, Abraham, when he was tested, offered up Isaac, and who had received the promise was on the offering up his son. 18, of whom it was said, through Isaac shall your offspring be named. 19, consider that God was able to raise him from the dead, by which, figuratively speaking, he did receive him back. By faith Isaac invoked speaking, he did receive him back. By Isaac invoked future blessings on Jacob and Esau. By faith Jacob, when dying, blessed each other, blessed the sons of Joseph, bowing in worship over the head of his staff. By faith at the end of life made mention of Exodus of the Israelites and gave direction concerning his bones. By faith he was born, hidden for 3 months by his parents, because they saw that the child was beautiful and were not afraid of the king. By faith Moses, when he was grown up, refused to be called son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to be mistreated the people of God rather than fleeting pleasures of sin. Now, excuse the camera moving back and forth. Stay with me now. Hold on, I got something. He considered the reproach of Christ greater wealth than treasures of Egypt, for he was looking to the reward. By faith he left Egypt, not being afraid of anger of the king, for they endured as seeking him who is invincible. By faith he kept Passover and sprinkled the blood, so that the destroyer of the firstborn might not touch them. By faith people crossed the Red Sea on the dry land. But the Egyptians, when they attempted to do the same, was drowned. Unshakable faith. How strong is your faith? Because by faith, I ain't going back to doing any drugs. All right, by faith, I'm going to make my grandmother, my aunt, my mama, my brothers, my sister, my cousins proud. By faith, I'm going to keep my faith strong and be the soldier in the army of the Lord for my future wife and my future children, for my future business. By faith, you will get that house. By faith, you will get that job. By faith, you're going to get that new car. By faith, you're going to get that new house. Keep your faith strong. If your faith is strong, your prayer is strong. If you abide in him, he will abide in you. James 2:17 said, by faith, even though without faith works. No, let me get back to that. Hold on. You know what? I tried to freestyle that, but I'm going to James 2:17. Now, if y'all go to James 2:17 with me, oh man, oh well, ain't nobody perfect, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go to James 2:17. Because I want to get this right. And I'm reading from the English Standard Version. So we're going to go by faith. So faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. But someone will say in verse 18, you have faith and I have works. Show me your faith apart from your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. You believe that God is the one, you do well. Even the demons believe and shudder. Do you want to be shown, you foolish person, that faith apart from works is useless? Once again, keep your faith strong. You cannot be a soldier in the army of the Lord if your faith is not strong. Much love. God bless. Y'all have a great week.